Let's paint a penguin on our cookie. To start, you're going to want to make sure that you pick whatever color you want your penguin's body to be. I want ours to be teal, so I'm going to be mixing on this little plate here, green and blue. It's going to become this really pretty aqua color. Now, once I found the color I like, I've decided that I'm going to start with painting this scarf. We're going to paint it from the top of one wing to the top of the other. Now, all we need to do is drag our paintbrush across with the right color on it in a nice upward curve. And once we've taken care of that, we want to add a little tail for that scarf right over the initial part of the scarf. Isn't that so pretty? From here, we really like to outline that little scarf. It gives some really nice definition. You'll notice here that I'm using the flat side of my bigger brush, but you might choose to use your smaller brush for these details too. And now I'm going to paint some fringe on because I think that that's a really nice realistic detail. In cookie designs, with such a small canvas, the details make all the difference. Right here, I'm pointing out where we are going to draw the outline of the fur so that we can paint that really fun color, outlining his face, right where you can see that navy is. So here, we're actually going to paint almost an M shape in that color that you want all of his fur to be. See? That's kind of an M, almost like the McDonald's golden arches, right? So that little dip right in the middle is going to be the center of our penguin's head. Once you've gotten the M done, then you can just paint the rest of it in with that really pretty color you've chosen. Now we're going to reference the bottom half of our penguin. Do you see those two little corners above his feet? That's what I think we're going to use as a reference point to start. Right here and right here are the two areas that we're going to paint a dot in the color of our penguin's fur. Now let's paint a line connecting those two dots. Notice I'm trying to avoid the scarf. That's just going to make the design look a little cleaner if the scarf is sitting in his white tummy. Then I'm just going to drag those 2 points up to meet the scarf so that we can have his whole body outlined, and then we can start filling in the paint. Notice that here we're leaving his feet white. That's because we're going to paint those orange. Ta-da! Look at how similar they look. Now it's time to paint his little face. Let's start by getting the orange on our brush, and then we're going to paint his feet first before his beak. Now when we start his beak, we want to make sure it's lined up centered with the center of his head and the center of his scarf. And it's going to be in the shape of almost like a football, like an oval with points on either end. And that's because he's looking right at us. Isn't it so cute? For painting the eyes, put some blue on your brush and just dab 2 little dots. He is just so adorable. Now go ahead and add any additional shading you want. I like to add some of a little bit darker but similar color. And here's some cute little polka dots for some details in that scarf. And look at that! Ta-da! Thanks for painting our little penguin today with me.